Under the clear summer sky, the majestic Colorado mountains stretched like a vibrant natural painting. Ethan, a man passionate about exploration, decided to spend his vacation conquering the wild trails of this region. He prepared his tent, food, and survival gear for a week-long adventure. On the morning of the second day, Ethan stepped over fiery red rocks, moving toward a deep canyon. As he approached a sheer cliff, a low growl echoed from below. Looking down, Ethan spotted a brown bear clinging desperately to the edge, on the verge of falling into the rushing stream below. The bear was clearly exhausted, its hind legs trembling as it struggled to hold on. Without hesitation, Ethan pulled a rope from his backpack and secured it to a sturdy nearby tree. He approached the cliff's edge, gripping a small branch for support. The bear looked at him with a mix of panic and fragile hope. Though terrified of the height himself, Ethan tried to calm the animal with a gentle voice. He tied one end of the rope around his waist and tossed the other toward the bear. Fortunately, the bear seemed to understand and grasped the rope with its claws. With all his strength, Ethan began pulling the bear up, inch by inch. However, the animal's weight caused the rope to tighten painfully around his waist. Gritting his teeth, he persisted, pulling until the bear was halfway up. Seeing that the bear was almost within reach, Ethan stretched out his hand and grabbed its front paw, providing extra support. After a tense struggle, the bear finally climbed to safety, panting heavily. Exhausted, Ethan sat on the ground, his heart pounding with a mix of fear and relief. The bear turned to look at him, showing no signs of aggression. It let out a low growl, almost as if expressing gratitude. Ethan slowly stepped back, giving the bear space to calm down and realize it was no longer in danger. A magical moment occurred and the bear approached him and gently touched its nose to Ethan's hand as a gesture of thanks. He never imagined he would touch a wild bear in such a friendly manner. He felt the thick, coarse brown-gray fur beneath his fingers. The bear looked as though it had endured many hardships in the rugged mountain terrain. After a few minutes, the bear slowly walked away, glancing back at Ethan one last time before vanishing into the trees. Ethan smiled softly, silently wishing the creature a safe journey in the wild. 3 days later, Ethan continued his trek, crossing dense forests and winding streams. As night fell, he set up camp beside a tranquil creek, enjoying a simple dinner of canned meat and bread. In the middle of the night, the distant howls of wolves echoed through the mountains, waking Ethan. Uneasy, he quickly stepped outside to build a fire, hoping to deter any nearby predators. The flames flickered weakly in the wind, not strong enough to keep the wolves at bay. The sound of snapping branches signaled that the pack was close. Ethan scanned his surroundings and saw pairs of glowing green eyes peering from behind the bushes. He grabbed a long stick, trying to stay calm despite his racing heartbeat. The wolves, lean but fierce, crept closer, their fangs glistening under the moonlight. Ethan knew he was in grave danger, with no clear escape. He backed up, pressing against a large rock to avoid an attack from behind. 7 wolves advanced simultaneously, encircling him, their eyes filled with hunger. Just then, a powerful roar shattered the tense silence. The wolves froze. From behind the bushes, the brown-furred bear from before emerged, standing tall like a guardian angel. It let out another thunderous roar, making its protective intentions clear. The wolves bared their teeth and growled in response, unwilling to retreat. But the bear did not waver. Rising on its hind legs, it slammed its massive paws onto the ground, causing the earth to tremble slightly. The wolves hesitated, stepping back. Despite their aggression, the wolves knew they could not challenge the bear's strength and determination. One by one, they withdrew, eventually disappearing into the shadows of the night, leaving behind an eerie silence. Ethan stood there, exhaling in relief, his eyes locked on the bear that had once again saved his life. The bear turned to him, its gaze calm yet filled with an unspoken understanding. Ethan felt an invisible bond between himself and this wild creature, a connection forged through courage and trust. Slowly, he stepped forward and extended his hand in a gesture of gratitude. The bear gently pressed its nose against his palm before turning away and vanishing into the dark forest. Ethan stood still, overwhelmed with appreciation and respect for his extraordinary companion. The next morning, as sunlight filtered through the trees, Ethan packed his belongings and continued his journey, his heart lighter and his spirit uplifted. He realized that in this vast world, the relationship between humans and nature is not just about coexistence but also about mutual support, where kindness and bravery can create miracles. When he returned to town, Ethan shared his story with the locals. They listened in awe, realizing that nature holds mysteries and wonders beyond human understanding. The tale of Ethan and the brown bear became a legend, reminding people of the importance of living in harmony with nature and respecting all creatures on this planet. Ethan continued his adventures, but from then on, he carried with him a valuable lesson about kindness and deep connection with the natural world. He understood that sometimes, the most dangerous moments lead to the most unforgettable experiences and unique relationships, bridging the gap between humans and the wild. The story of Ethan and the brown bear imparts profound lessons about courage, kindness, and the harmonious relationship between humans and nature. When Ethan risked his life to save the bear from the cliff, he demonstrated compassion and proved that good deeds can forge extraordinary connections. The bear's response, protecting Ethan from the wolves, illustrates that kindness is never wasted, it can return to us in the most unexpected ways. In life, helping others without expecting anything in return not only enriches our souls but also fosters a more united and compassionate community. Furthermore, this story reminds us of the importance of living in harmony with nature, respecting and protecting the environment and its creatures. When we treat nature well, it responds with generosity and protection. Therefore, always act with kindness and respect, for what we give today may return to us in ways we never imagined.